Okay, I will talk about Vanessa's character of Max. Max was a good kid growing up, but she unfortunately got dragged into her father's world of being a con artist, and so she grew up in a family of cons, and it was only a matter of time before she became a fully fledged con herself. And as we come into the series, Max has gotten herself arrested for various reasons that are not exactly clear even now. But she spends the season working with Ellis and solving crimes, but also pulling the occasional con, which makes her character incredibly interesting because she's not just one thing.
Okay, I'm going to do my dad. Jason's character, he is, the con artist. I think he's, always that likable guy who's gone through life conning people, conning the rich with his wife, and had a beautiful daughter named Max. And they just traveled from city to city. I feel like the ups and downs of like living luxuriously to like, losing it all and living off that high. Happy-go-lucky guy who, unfortunately, after like riding the wave so long, got himself into a very sticky situation working with my husband. Yeah. And now is in jail.
I guess. I was just doing the math. I was like,
yeah, I was doing it.
I'm not good at math, but I think.
I really didn't want to do you.
Okay.
Yours is more complex.
My character is Ellis. He's a detective. He's a demoted detective. At the beginning where we find him, he's working as a boat patrol cop, which is not fun for him, not exactly the most glamorous part of why he joined the force. So he's feeling kind of down and out. And he gets a message to book or to arrest our character Max here, and that's where they form a connection and a bond. And then our chief sort of makes this plan to put us together, using her skills in mind together to sort of solve these crimes. And like Jason said, she has her own objectives and her own plans as well. So I think that's where a lot of the fun of the show comes out. And I've share pretty much right off the bat that I lost my brother about a year ago, which is very sort of tragic. So that's sort of like the dark cloud kind of hanging over him. And I think for Ellis, he doesn't know how much he needs Max in his life. And I think by the end of the season, he understands and sees what she's given him. I think the thing about skill sets is interesting, right? Which is like, there's things that even Max can't do. So we go to prison and we go to ask him because he's been doing this for so long that he has all these connections and things like that. So, even her talents have their limits. Mine certainly do. I still have to work within the basis of the law. So I can't just like break into a building, right? There's that scene where like she breaks into this door and I'm like, what are you doing? We're police, can't do that. And she's like, well, I'm not a cop, so I can do it. So we sort of use our different skill sets. And I think that's what's fun. And I think going forward in the show, I think that'll probably be more shown off of like, what Jason's character has to offer and how we can bust him out of prison and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah.
Well, I think my character Max, I think she is a wild card. Like, you really don't know what she's going to pull out of her bag. Is it a wig? Is it pistachios? Yeah. Yeah, I really am and my dad. Like, we're both just like wild cards. He's like can't be as much because he's locked up in jail. But but yeah, I think that's kind of like where wild cards comes from. Just that fun-loving, crazy spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, like my character kind of throughout the season, goes rogue or disrespects his orders and things like that, and tries to be out of the box kind of way of solving cases as well. So I think that's where his sort of wild card comes out, that he's not sort of always following the rules.
As long as they're feeling good when watching it, like as long as, I think we want to feel good content and having people solve that mystery, with us, I think is the main goal.
Yeah, and like hope, you know what I mean? Like there's series that you finish them and you go, geez, whew, that was dark. You know what I mean? Like sort of like a it's not really, our show's more of like a relief, you know what I mean? It's like showing hope and that there's like good in the world, you know? There is a reason to have another tomorrow come, you know what I mean? The sun's going to shine, basically, is sort of behind our show. So I hope that people get that feeling.
Yes, we can hope that. And there may be a point in time in that first season where George actually does get out of jail. I can't confirm nor deny those allegations at this time, but potentially you might see George get out of prison this season.